Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna dig deep into a topic that I really want to talk about, but first we gotta sip, okay? Just that teleport, okay? Lately, I don't know, I had teleport one time, and when I tell you Taylor came into my life and showed me things that I've never experienced before. How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. I want this to be like a sip and talk. I'm gonna dig deep a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and get real personal and vulnerable. So let's start, but first take a sip.
I think I'll do a wraparound. We'll wrap around.
So today's topic, I want to talk about how important it is for a father to be in a daughter's life. And I see the topic really isn't talked about a lot, whether it's like on TikTok or like these podcasts and things of that nature. Because a lot of people are saying or just questioning, like, you know, women are very masculine, women don't, you know, they walk around so independent, like they don't need a man. And that's all cool to have these type of conversations, but I really feel like the main question is why? Where did it come from? You know, and I don't think people really understand, like, the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we think, the way we treat people, it all starts from home. The first man in our life is our father. Now, depending on how your father treats you, it will definitely show up when you start getting into relationships. My father was in and out of my life. My father, you know, did what most fathers would do, and I would say in the black community. So I know it probably happens in other communities, but hello, you see this melanin on the skin? I'm black, so I'm gonna talk about my community. But so y'all already know, in the black community, we always, you know, joke around like waiting for your daddy, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, my father would tell my mother, oh, get Quay dressed, and, you know, I'm gonna take her out, and yada yada yada. And of course, you know, I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. And so I don't think fathers really understand that the way you treat your kids, you're just preparing us for failure at this point. You're brainwashing us to thinking that this is the norm. Father wasn't being a man of his word. If he said he was going to do something, he wouldn't come through. I didn't feel like an option. I felt like an option. Whenever he would say that he's going to come pick me up and take me out and we're going to do this little date thing, sometimes, you know, he would definitely drop the ball and have me waiting. And it's like the only time like he would really come through is when I come downstairs and there's a little chick waiting. And it's so crazy because when you're young, you don't really realize what's going on. You're just so happy to be with your parents. So as I got older, and I started to see, you know, how fathers are absent in their kids' lives, but then for some reason, you know, you want to act like you're dad of the year by posting pictures on Instagram. Like you're just a social media dad. Or when you get around chicks, now all of a sudden you want to act like you're dad of the year. So I didn't realize that until I got older. So that's what my father was doing. So when I come downstairs thinking it's just gonna be me and you, I've been waiting, you know what I'm saying, I come downstairs and no, it's the three of us. Who is she? Why is she here? And so at some point I started to feel like an option, you know what I mean? I felt like I wasn't being put first. I felt like, you know, the only time he would really come around is when there is a woman in his life. So it really affected me as I got older. And not only did it affect me in my relationships, but it just affected me on how I view men. I have such masculine energy, it's not even funny. The feminine energy is there, but it really depends on who I am around. And so far, a lot of men don't understand. Like, y'all don't make us feel safe and secure for us to just lay back. And I mean lay back like that. You know what I'm saying? But lay back and just feel protected. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why women are so dominant and independent is because we never had a man to come through for us. Because every time we trusted in a man, they always let us down. I want to tap into how it affected me and how I look at men. So due to, you know, the relationship with my dad, the way I view men, I don't
side eye. Side eye.
I don't really trust men. I don't really trust the words that come out of their mouth. I take it with a grain of salt. It's all about action. I feel like I don't need you. I would want you, but I don't need you. I won't let a man help me. And my mom will always like tell me off, like, what? You need to let him pay for this, let him do that, let him buy this. And it's just like, it just feels so weird asking a man for something. Because when I used to ask my dad for things, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, got it. Or it was like, nah, I ain't got it. Nah, I ain't got it. Nah, I ain't got it. Or if, yeah, I got it, but now it's like it's pending. It's taking like 5 to 10 business days. So it was like every time you're let down, you get to the point where like, I'm not asking anymore. If it quacks like a duck and it looks like a duck, it's a duck. So it got to the point when I started to be in relationships, and it was just like, I don't ask for anything. It's uncomfortable to ask men for things. I don't care if I needed $1. I'm not asking for $1. It's just so uncomfortable. And I'm learning now that it's okay for a man to help you. Don't let that man fully take care of you, because you always have to have something to bounce back on. But it's okay for a man to help you. Because when I tell you, it's so tiring trying to be this strong, independent black woman that don't need no, like, it's tiring. It's tiring. I want to submit, but ooh, y'all men want women to submit, and every time we jump off this cliff, we keep hitting the ground. Every time. And you think I'm gonna keep jumping off the cliff with you? No, I'm not following you if you're gonna lead me off the cliff with no parachute. In like all my relationships, I've never felt so safe where I can just sit in the passenger seat and fall asleep and wake up and be like, oh, we here? No, I'm up, I'm tired, I'm in that passenger seat like this. Where we going? Where we going? And every time they say, oh, we going this way, I don't trust y'all. I do not trust y'all. I feel like y'all will lead me in a ditch. I'm gonna take a sip. So, when it comes to relationships, that will determine how a person was raised, right? Same thing for men. When you are dating, ask these men, what's the relationship like with your mother? And then after that, ask them, what is the relationship between your mother and your father? If they're not together, how did that go? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Don't start asking for the social, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get a little too deep. You know, if he doesn't want to tell it, that's okay, that's fine. But the reason why I'm saying this is because that will definitely show up in a relationship. You know, when a man treats a woman a certain type of way, it's because his mother dropped the ball, and it's also she let the father drop the ball. It came to me, I was just like, damn, like, why is my relationship so bad? That's so freaking crazy. And you know what, every time you're in a relationship and it never works out and it's the same thing, at this point, it's not them, y'all. It's you. I know. If you get into a relationship every time and it never works out, or you're never like, or you're like, oh, I'm not happy, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, it's you, baby. It is you. Bless your little heart. It's you. And the reason why I'm saying it's you is because you can't expect people to love you if you do not love yourself. You cannot expect someone to see your worth if you don't even know your worth. So I started to look back at the guys that I dated. I've only been in like 4 relationships, but I looked back and I'm like, they're all the same person. All the same person. You ever dated, you ever had a couple of boyfriends and you like, ooh, like they all was the same, and you're wondering why? And let me tell you why. It's because you are who you attract. Let that sit. Damaged people attract damaged people. Now let me tell you something. I thought I had like this healing energy, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody that comes to me, I heal them, you know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. But come to find out, doing my little research on my little exes or whatever, and I'm like, wait, hold up, like they all have things in common. They're all damaged. They are all damaged in some type of way. And that made me look at myself and be like, hold up, I'm damaged. Oh, you know, I'm attracting, you know, people that are hurt. And I'm healing them, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I'm healing them. But it's so crazy how as soon as you heal them, the relationship is over. Like, I put in all this work, I'm there for you, I'm your therapist, I'm you know, giving out just positive energy. I'm your flashlight through that dark cave. And as soon as you get through the other side and you start seeing the light, you throw that flashlight away as if I wasn't there for you through your darkness. Do my own digging on myself, and I was just like, God damn, you got baggage. I thought I was perfect, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I thought I was perfect. Come to find out, I got some baggage. It's not a lot though. It's not a lot of baggage. It's like a personal and a carry-on. My baggage is I have daddy issues, and I don't know what it feels like to be loved by a man. I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it looks like, and I feel like as women, we all been through that. And even if your father was in your life, he wasn't emotionally available. So I don't want to sit here and say everybody's father ain't around, because some people do have a two household. But when you have a 2 household, that don't mean anything. The relationship is still messed up. So if you do have a dad at home, he's just not emotionally stable, or he's not treating your mom right. So you're still not getting the love from a man that you're supposed to. So I feel like what messes us up as women, because we never experience love from a man, because we don't know what it looks like, we make up our own list of what we think love is. And I'm gonna tell you something. You're doing too much. I think you will need to scratch out a couple of those things on your list, because it's unrealistic, and we don't see it as unrealistic because we don't even know if it's unrealistic. And sometimes it comes off as like being selfish. Like, so I have this list of how I want to be loved, and a couple of them is just like, wait, come on now. So, you know, I have this list, and it's like, all right, so I want a man to be affectionate and emotionally available, and I want him to be this and this and this, and it's like, okay, that sounds nice. That's not bad. But let's go to the drawing board real quick. Nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. And you want a man to be emotionally available, but let's just say he's like 50% there. You want a man to be affectionate, but maybe he's never been around a woman that wants that. Maybe his environment is not affectionate. Ever thought about that? So now when you meet a guy and you got this crazy unrealistic list and he's not meeting them all the way, you're like, oh, no. I don't want it. I don't want it. He's horrible. And the crazy part is he could be a really good man, but because he's not checking off everything on your box of your unrealistic ass list of how you want to be loved, I'm not saying to settle, and I'm not saying, you know, when it comes to, you know, expectations or your worth, to just lower it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you have to start being realistic. You have to start understanding that the same way you have your issues, it's the same way that man has his issues. But you have to find somebody that's worth it, though. You know what I'm saying? You got to find someone that loves you to the point that he's trying. But the crazy part is we don't know what that feels like, because for the first man in our life wasn't even trying, you know. And so when it came to my relationship, especially my last one, I was like, oh my goodness, you know, I was so harsh, really harsh. And my thing was also is, you know, I let someone be in control of my happiness, and that's like one of the worst things you can do. You know, why would you want someone to have control of your happiness? That is no one else's job but yours. When you're looking for a relationship, you want to be happy, he needs to be happy, and you guys come together. Some things that I might lack, there's some things that he might lack. But if you find someone that we can just pour into each other's cup, that's the relationship that you want to be in. Men are important in a daughter's life, and I wish my father knew that. When I first started my YouTube video, I was talking about mental health, and even though I'm doing vlogs and things of that nature, I'm still going to do my mental checks when it comes to me. I'm still going to, you know, talk about any topics. If you guys want me to talk about any topics when it comes to mental health, please comment below. I'm really good at giving it advice, and I've been through it. So, and I'm very understanding. I don't know, I think in my past life, I think I was a therapist, because the way I just be putting my feet in other people's shoes and it be fitting, tied up, lace, and all that, it's really weird. If you guys want me to talk about anything that pertains to mental health, if you have any questions on how I got through my depression, please comment below. I love talking about mental health because it's so important, especially in the Black community, because it's never being talked about. So if you guys have any questions, comment down below. If there's any I think the Taylor's hit me. I think I have to sip. All right, got it. Bit. Any topics that you guys want me to talk about, comment below. Listen, I give credit when it's due. So if you ask me any questions, if you allow me, I will definitely give you a shout out on any question that you have. Any topic that I think that's really good to talk about, I will definitely give you a shout out. Because, you know, you gotta give credit when it's due. I really want to know what my subscribers want to hear from me, want to see from me. Please comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this talk. I can talk for hours and hours and hours. So if you guys want me to talk more, I will be glad to do that. Makeup video is going to be out if you guys want this look. Follow me on TikTok, because I believe I'm going to be posting it on TikTok, but I'm also going to be posting it on the YouTube short or reels or whatever you want to call it. Also follow me on Instagram, because I will be posting the makeup stuff on Instagram. Also pictures, you know what I'm saying, get into it, y'all, you know. But I just want to say to all my ladies out there, keep your head up, keep grinding, continue on your journey of loving yourself, because you always come first. feeling a little buzzed. Feeling a little buzzed. I be like, I be like, I don't even know what to call this video. Like, take a sip and talk, sip and talk, sip and chat, sip and relax while you are on your back, while he is going rat-a-tat-tat. Yes, yes. I didn't spit that stuff, didn't I? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel.